Yesterday, our family had the wonderful privilege and honor to be able to light the Advent candle of peace. And it was so great for our family to be able to do that, and each one of us to have a unique opportunity to have different element to participate in, with my daughter lighting the candle, my wife reading scripture, my son praying, and for me to be able to share a little bit about what the peace candle represents. And I shared with you guys the idea that the Hebrew word for peace is shalom, and shalom means harmony, wholeness, completeness, prosperity, welfare, and tranquility. And the word tranquility, to me, really stood out to me, because the word tranquility, to me, it made me think of this word tranquilizer. And I know that may sound really far fetched to you, but just this past weekend we had a Christmas parade here in town, and I ran into one of my former students who is a student at Texas Tech. She's a veterinarian student, and this coming summer she was all excited about telling me about what she's going to be doing. She's going to Africa, and she's going to be flying around in a helicopter and shooting tranquilizer darts at these exotic animals, at elephants, giraffes, zebras, wildebeest, and Cape buffalo, and she's going to be laying them down. She said she used this word peacefully so that they could administer welfare and health exams to them, and just study the way that they are living and make sure that they are being taken care of in the Serengeti. And as I thought about that, man, I just thought, wow, that is incredible. And I love just the idea of flying around in a helicopter, much less shooting them with a tranquilizer. But as I thought about that, man, that's insane. As wild as they live and as crazy as they run around, hectic and insane, I thought, man, how relatable is that to us? That we, especially during this time of year, to where we are running nonstop, going from one place to another. We're so caught up in our Christmas list. Especially Black Friday, Cyber Monday, all of these things that we're shopping nonstop, trying to get the newest, best deal on things that are going on, much less the Christmas business parties, the school parties for our kids, baking and making sure that everything is taken care of for Christmas season. And sometimes I wonder if we need to be tranquilized ourselves so we can just stop, be forced to stop and experience the peace that God intended for us to have. And so I kind of wonder if that would be the best thing for us. But I know that's not what God intended for us. See, I look over here to my left, and I see the manger scene, and I know that's not what God intended for us, to get all caught up in everything that's going on, but to stop. I think Patrick did a great job yesterday as he talked about what Simeon talked about, holding baby Jesus and the salvation that it represented, and just to stop and to understand that the hope that baby Jesus represented and the peace that baby Jesus represented. I pray that we would stop and just soak in the peace that we get to have with Jesus Christ, especially during this time of year as we celebrate Christmas. And I'm going to share with you something that I've done with my kids, and you're going to think that I'm probably the world's worst parent. But I know during this time of year, my kids in the past, they understand now as they've gotten older. But with my kids when they were younger, we would get so crazy in the hustle and bustle that they would get so crazy about gifts that we would take all their gifts out from underneath the tree. And as they argued about gifts and as they argued about things, we take their gifts and we would wrap them with sticks and leaves. And as they would argue, we'd just grab one and we'd chunk it in the fire. And just to help them understand that it's not about the gifts, it's not about the presents, it's about this over here. It's about Jesus Christ. Now, judge me all you want. I'm okay with that. But they got it. And my daughter would quickly look at us and say, well, I don't care about that. Ollie and Pop will get us presents anyway. But I do want to leave you with this. There's a verse that my wife read yesterday, and it's John 14:27. And it's this. It's peace I leave with you. My peace I give you. I do not give to you as the world gives. Do not let your heart be troubled. Do not be afraid. It's a peace that only God can give us. And I pray that we don't try to force a peace that this world tries to give us, because that peace will fade and we'll quickly be burdened with something else. I pray that as we celebrate Christmas, that we can endure all of this other garbage and that we can rest in the peace that only Christ can give us. I pray that you have a wonderful Christmas and look forward to seeing you this Sunday.